You can't fuck with me, bitch. You can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me, bitch. You can't fuck with me. Battlefield, that's your only guy company. I'm about to show you type of shit that's only come from me.
Alright, y'all, man. What's good with y'all, man? Y'all know who it is. If not, Dark Enigma, man. But yeah, man. I just wanted to break down, why I hate Dragon Ball Super. I'ma freestyle it as usual, so I might miss some points, and that's life. You gonna miss some shit. It is what it is, right? Now, the first point I want to touch on why I hate it is that I feel like a lot of the fight scenes are uninspired compared to like the previous series. What I mean is, have y'all noticed that most of the fight scenes have been like rapid punches and that moving really fast? That shit corny as fuck, man. That shit corny as fuck, man. Because it's like they didn't put any effort into hardly any of the fight scenes. I'm not gonna say all of them, because there are some decent fight scenes in Dragon Ball Super. Let's make that clear. I'm not here just to completely shit on it. It's just I want to say at least a good 80% of the fights are rapid fire. And it's just corny, man. It's just corny. It's so unimaginative. You know what I'm saying? It makes it boring to watch. Could you imagine if Goku and Frieza Frieza would taunt Goku as a Super Saiyan, and then all of a sudden they just be like, and then Goku would be like, you killed Krillin. I can't stand you, Frieza. Frieza get his ass whooped, and then he go to full power. This is my full power. You can't stand against the Emperor of the Universe, monkey. And then, can you imagine that? You know how corny? That's how Super is, man. Especially all the way through the Tournament of Power, man. Now, another reason why I hate it is that I feel like, majority of the villains aren't really going to be memorable for the right reasons. For the simple fact that, alright, Beerus, he wasn't really a villain. Let's just get that out the way. He was just a god of destruction that came to Earth, that wanted to find a Super Saiyan god, and that had a temper. Back then, Beerus was badass. I liked Beerus when he was first introduced. I don't like him now as much, but I try to hold on to how he was introduced. I like how he was introduced. He was introduced in the Dragon Ball way, kind of like freaking out because Frieza was defeated by a Saiyan, because he didn't think Saiyans could generate enough power to do so. And then, having that demeanor that he just can't be touched, flicking Super Saiyan 3 Goku, punishing every Z warrior, with ease. I remember that. And then, they rehashed Frieza, and even though he's my favorite Dragon Ball villain ever, I really do feel like they should have just kept him dead and introduced a new villain. I feel like that arc would have been a lot better if it was, like 10 episodes and just had like a new villain. And it had to be deep. Just give us something new, you know what I'm saying? Give us like a new tyrant, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like introducing these new universes. Have like a random villain from another universe fucking skip over to another universe or some shit. I don't know, man. Just creative. I'm not gonna try to write the story on the spot right now, but that's coming. I am gonna rewrite every arc, and I haven't started yet. The only arc that I have rewritten is the Goku Black arc, and I rewrote that a while ago. But I haven't started it yet because I've been busy, man. But I have like the ideas in my head. I just got to put them on paper and like make sure it's not no plot holes and all that. But I know people is gonna pick it apart. I know people gonna be like, nah, how can this happen when blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm not perfect, but it's gonna be better than what we got. Period. Now, as far as like Goku Black will be remembered as a completely missed opportunity. He could have been like Goku. If they was gonna make an evil Goku, make him a real evil Goku. Like they could have been more creative and had Zamusu like learn some kind of witchcraft to possess Goku or make him evil or whatever, or just have Goku hit his head again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe that sounds corny to y'all, but anything would be, I think those options would be better than fucking Zamusu switching bodies with Goku, because you know we already had that with Ginyu. So that wasn't really appealing to me. I was kind of disappointed when that happened, but I still, you know, tuned in obviously. And then don't get me started with Jiren, man. Jiren is going to be remembered as the dude that stood there for like nearly 30 episodes, his arms crossed, firing off probably like 2 or 3 attacks in those 30 episodes, and then becoming a whiny bitch because Android 17 said that he's human. Straight up. That's his reason. Oh man, such a waste. Jiren could have been a badass. I wouldn't even care if he didn't have a personality. Just show how savage he is. He was obviously more powerful than everybody else. I don't understand why they didn't write him just erasing the universe by himself. I know it's cliche because the girl did that in the Dark Tournament of Yu Hakusho, but they could at least, you know, put like a spin on it or something, like have like a, because they fighting for the universe, so anything goes. You feel me? So that's just what I looked at it. Now, another thing that, you know, was like a disappointment with Super is obviously the animation. Now I know that Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball animation wasn't the best, but for what it was consistent. That's all I can say. It was consistent. You had a couple like still frames, and you had a couple scenes where you was like, why the fuck they put this out? But it was nowhere near, you know, Dragon Ball Super. It was nowhere near Dragon Ball Super's inconsistencies. You didn't. It was to the point. It's to the point where you don't know how animation is gonna be before you even, you know, start watching the episode. With the previous series, I pretty much knew what I was getting. I knew like it wouldn't drop below a certain amount of quality, and I knew that the choreography would be decent. You know, aside from like GT. GT probably has the worst choreography in the entire series, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that can be debated. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome to disagree, but yeah, from what I remember, it was pretty bad. The fight scenes were pretty bad. But we're not talking about GT. We're talking about Super. Now, another reason I hate Super is I feel like with the characters that they have, like the main characters, they pretty much made them one-dimensional. You know, it felt like, see the thing with the previous series with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is that, you know, like they were anime characters, so they follow anime laws, right? I understand it, but they were more relatable to certain people. You feel me? Because they showed like character growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I mean, aside from like Gohan, he didn't really grow, but like people like Piccolo and Vegeta, hell, even Goku to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and you know, people don't sleep on Goku and Z, man. Like he was always like the type to want to fight like strong opponents and, you know, defend his friends in the process and all that selflessly. But, you know, like he really did. He was the first one to come into the Super Saiyan power, and like he could have been lost in that rage. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was able to harness it and still keep himself intact, you know, it changed a lot of things. And, you know, maybe I could be completely wrong. Maybe Goku's one-dimensional. Maybe. I don't know. But, I mean, it's just like I really did feel like that was a little bit of character development for him. And I never really felt annoyed by him. In Super, Goku's mad annoying. He's mad stupid. Even when he's fighting. He has like a couple scenes where he shines, where, you know, he used the Krillin's Destructo disc to, you know, slice the ring where Jiren was standing to knock him off. Alright, that was cool. But then we got Vegeta, who I can't put my finger on him, but he just seems. It seems like they just kind of placed him, like they kind of used Hit's power and just kind of froze him in time, because I can honestly say from the start of, you know, Z to the end of Z, he changed dramatically. You know, he went from a person that was hungry for power, wanted to be immortal, and didn't care about nobody. Like, he killed, like, his last, well, he didn't, yeah, he killed Nappa. He was gonna kill Goku, if, you know, and then, you know, they go from that to actually, you know, raising the family and, you know, settling down, still training, still a Saiyan, still proud, but, you know, he had like a little bit more humility in him, to the point where he became a good guy. You know, with Super, he just seemed like he's either really grumpy or he's just a dad. He's either really grumpy or he's just a dad. That's it. Like, it's no in between. You know what I'm saying? And like, the thing is, grumpiness doesn't really factor into his whole pride thing per se. And with Piccolo, fuck Super Piccolo, man. Fuck Gohan and Super and all that, man. It's just like those characters. I say that because y'all know I love those characters to death, and it hurts me to say that. But I feel like Piccolo has been reduced to not even a side character. He's just there. He's just there. He didn't do anything significant the whole time. The entire time in Super, he didn't do anything significant. Look at Z. Look at Dragon Ball. At the end of Dragon Ball, he was the last main villain, right? In Z or whatever, he had like some of the best character development in the series, right? He had some of the best fights. In Super, he got nothing. The only thing I can really think of that he got was, you know, when he fought Frost, but he lost. So what the fuck? And then people be like, well, he fought against the Namek in the Tournament of Power, but that was like Gohan shine. You know what I'm saying? Piccolo was, you know, being defended by Gohan pretty much most of the time. You feel me? Sure, he shot the special beam cannon, but I'm talking about Gohan was going head up with both of them, while Piccolo was, you know, just doing his thing or whatever. So I don't really count that for Piccolo. And as for Gohan, man, Gohan is the most disappointing character in the series, and, you know, Super solidified that because he really did not learn from shit at all. At all. Yeah, he's an anime character, but if I would have wrote him, man, he would have actually rose to the occasion after Boo. Like, he would have basically looked at, wow, you know, if I would have kept training, this would never happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, Earth would have been destroyed, blah blah blah, and then he would have, you know, kept training or whatever. But we're not gonna go into all that. It's just like, you know, in a nutshell, man, just a disappointment, man. I don't know who's more disappointed, Gohan or Tien. And it's not even Tien's fault to be disappointed, because they actually showed this man active. They showed him in his own dojo training people. So obviously he was still training, and like every time we seen Tien, what was he doing? Training. There was never a time where he was just kind of sitting there chilling, not trying to do shit. He was always training. So I don't really get why they made him that weak. And then they buff Krillin, and Krillin, come on y'all, Krillin, they buff Krillin when Krillin is notorious to getting kicked aside of his head and being incapacitated for the rest of the battle. Sometimes at the start of the battle, sometimes in the middle of the battle, but pretty sure that kick is gonna be coming and he gonna be laying on his stomach. I ain't even trying to rhyme, but y'all know what I'm saying. And they buffed that nigga to Super Saiyan Blue level. Oh, he was holding back. Goku was holding back. Perfect key control. Nigga, I'm done with this debate, man. Moving on. So, for real, I'm done with y'all niggas. Man. Yamcha, I know he a butt of everybody joke, but if they gonna put Roshi in the tournament over Yamcha, straight up. Last time I checked, Yamcha was training all the way through the Android and Cell Game saga. He stopped in like the Boo saga, right? So automatically he should be way more powerful than your Roshi, right? They shafted Yamcha so bad, man. I remember actually, I admit I chuckled because it was just so So crazy. They picked Roshi over Yamcha. And he was really like, oh, they gonna pick me. I know they gonna pick me. And they ignored. I know it's a joke. Yeah, Yamcha's weak. Yamcha's not shit. Blah, blah, blah. But yo, man, like, Yamcha the shit, man. I don't care, man. I don't give a fuck nobody say. Yamcha's my nigga. He's my second favorite human. I like him more than Krillin, period. Period. Even though he was the Vegeta before the Vegeta, he was jobbing to everybody else. He jobbed to Roshi. He jobbed to Tien. He jobbed to, I think he jobbed to Tambourine. I think Tambourine beat his ass too. And then he died of the Cyberman. And then, you know, he was a jobber to Dr. Gero. And then that was pretty much it. But at the same time, he was training. Roshi wasn't training. Now let's get to Roshi. Roshi didn't train. That's pretty much it. Oh man, Roshi didn't train, man. They buffed that man up to like matching base Goku, man. The same Goku that got God Essence when it mattered, man. Look, past all the characters, man. Past all that. I'm not gonna name all the characters. Another thing I really hated, man. I really hate how they introduced God Essence, but in the end it didn't mean shit. Because people without God Essence can stand to that. And I'm gonna make this brief. You know what I'm saying? Beerus, he had God Ki, and the reason why he was able to overcome Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta and Gohan and Boo and all them is because he had God Ki. They couldn't sense him, and he was barely using his power at that. You know what I'm saying? So then later on in the series, man, you got people like Kefla, you got people, even Hit don't got God Ki. To this day, man, I feel like they missed so many opportunities to show off how powerful Super Saiyan Blue was, because at this point I don't know how powerful it is. I don't know. The only thing I can really say, the gorgeous power is supposed to be more powerful than Super Saiyan God Red, but it has failed at everything, which leads me to my next point. Super Saiyan Blue is trash, from the design to the only thing I like is the aura, but I'm not really a big fan of Blue. I'm not a blood. I'm not like that. But I never was a big fan of Blue, so automatically I didn't really give a fuck about it. But it's just, man, it didn't do shit, man. I look at like all the transformation, and I walked through it in like an old video. Super Saiyan 1 had some of the best fights. I had my favorite fights in the whole like series and all that. Full power Super Saiyan Goku against Perfect Cell was like my favorite fight in all of Dragon Ball. And Goku's not even my favorite character, and Cell's not even my favorite villain. That fight was just perfect to me. And then runner-up will be Android 17 versus, Piccolo. And then number 3 will probably be, I want to say, Goku versus Ma Junior, which is the Piccolo we know now. That fight was dope too. And like, there's some other good fights or whatever, but yeah, like pretty much Super Saiyan 1, man, like it had like a lot of iconic moments, transformations. Whenever somebody first went Super Saiyan in the anime, it was really dope. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, it stopped Frieza, so it stopped the major threat. And then moving on to Super Saiyan 2, it stopped Cell, and it was pretty much shown that it overpowered like the regular Super Saiyan form. Same thing with Super Saiyan 3. Even though it didn't stop Boo, it still showed like it had that huge power gap between Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3. And then with Super Saiyan 4, it stopped Baby, so that gotta count for something. At least it stopped something, you know what I'm saying? With Super Saiyan God Red, it prevented Beerus from destroying the Earth because he was impressed that a mortal could actually reach that level of power. That's how I distinguished it. You welcome to distinguish it any other way, but you even welcome to just say he was just pleased to meet a Saiyan that could go into God form. It's whatever, but at the end of the day, it stopped Beerus from destroying the Earth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like he had the power to stop Beerus if Beerus went all out. I'm saying like he actually had enough power to impress Beerus enough to not destroy the Earth. You feel me? So with Super Saiyan Blue, what did it do? What did it do? When it debuted, it lost to Frieza, which was a rehashed villain, dog. Goku got killed, well not killed, but he got shot with a laser and faded out of it in the movie. I know they changed in the anime, but it's too late, nigga. It's too late. Alright, I can't unsee that. I can't unsee it. Fuck you mean? I ain't gonna walk through all the sagas, man. Y'all know, man. It job to hit. You know, it job to, you know, Zamusu. You know, it job to the turn. Basically, you know, everybody that had any kind of presence in the tournament of power, it job to them. It definitely job to Jiren. It can't stand up to Jiren. Which I really want to know what was the point. What was the point? Like, even when they first went into it, it wasn't even cool like that. Like, it, you know what I'm saying? Like, Super Saiyan 1 had lightning coming down or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Goku eyes turning white, fading, coming back and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's shaking the shit. Epic. Oh, well, you know, that was the first Super Saiyan. Okay, what about Trunks? When Trunks first turned Super Saiyan against Frieza, even though he already knew it, that was epic. Vegeta, epic. Gohan, epic. You know what I'm saying? Gotenks when he, you know, fused into Super Saiyan, I like that shit too. Super Saiyan 2, when Gohan first went Super Saiyan 2, might be my favorite transformation in the series. Maybe, I'm not sure. I might change my mind after I record this, but it's up there, at least top 3 Saiyan transformations. Super Saiyan 3, probably like the most epic, you know, on a grand scale, for the simple fact it shook the earth. You know what I'm saying? So that was dope. And it changed like his appearance. Even though I don't like it, I can kind of respect how, you know, it kind of like how distinguishable it was from the previous 2 forms. So I can respect it. Super Saiyan 4, man, I'm not gonna go too much into it, man, but I really did like the transformation of him going into the Golden Ape and, you know, regaining his consciousness in the Golden Ape and going Super Saiyan 4. I just like that dynamic. I don't really like the whole him pulling the tail out of his ass with pliers. I don't like that part, but like the part after that I like. So, you know, Super Saiyan God Red, I didn't like the transformation into that. Honestly, fuck that holding hand shit, circle of life. I don't do that shit. So Super Saiyan Blue is a useless transformation, man. Useless. And you know, I really hate to do this because it's so easy, but when I say useless while I pause, it's because I start thinking about the Tournament of Power. Now this whole arc, I don't care what nobody say, man. My least favorite arcs in all of Dragon Ball, and I'm gonna give a runner up too, and I'm gonna explain why too in like another video. My 3 least favorite arcs in order is the Garlic Jr. saga, which is the filler, so that's why it's last, and then Super 17, because even though I like Super 17's design, and 17 is my favorite android, shit doesn't make sense. Like nothing made sense. Nothing made sense of that arc. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. I had put that as the worst arc in all of Dragon Ball, but Tournament of Power beat that shit out. Why did Tournament of Power beat that shit out? Have y'all been watching my video? Y'all been checking out my reviews? I gotta repeat myself. I'm putting in a nutshell for you. Tournament of Power is bad because, for one, they established rules and there are no rules. They gave us these guys that were supposed to be really powerful, but every episode they shit in their pants. Transformations out the ass, none of them mean shit. You got a overpowered dude in the ring that don't want to do shit but meditate and cross his arms. Do I need to start on the character designs? I won't start on the character designs because that'll stretch out the video way too far. I already been talking way too motherfucking long. So Tournament of Power will go down as the worst arc in all of Dragon Ball. And you know, I stake that on everything that I love. I know that's a nigga way of saying things, but I don't say that every day. I really do believe Tournament of Power is the worst arc. It's simply not enjoyable. I had to, like that last episode with Topo, I had to force myself to enjoy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to force it. I never had no issue with any other anime where I had to like force myself to like something happening. You know what I'm saying? Usually I start watching animes like that. If I had to start forcing myself to like some shit, I was like, yeah, this shit corny, and turn it off. But as I said, man, since I got like a little audience, and I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Y'all like an extended family, for real. But like past all that, man, because of y'all, that's the only reason why I'm watching it. I would have been started watching it, and I would have just, you know, caught it at a later date, would have binge watched it like a year from now just to see the end of it. Cause this shit horrible, man. Shit is horrible. And you know, like the nag is, man, and I'm gonna wrap this up, man. Super is bad for the simple fact that it is a continuation of a 90s cartoon or anime, whatever you want to see, whatever you want to say. But the issues that they have or had in Z and Dragon Ball and even GT weren't addressed in Super 20 years later. Let me repeat. The issues that they had in Dragon Ball, Z, and GT were not addressed 20 years later into Super. Z had issues, and I plan on making a little series about speaking on the shit that I didn't like in Z. Because, you know, even though I love Z, Z's a part of my childhood. Z had issues too. It had some shit in there that make you go, eh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had some shit in there. So I do plan on that. I might even, you know, I ain't watched Dragon Ball in a minute, man. Like last time I watched it, man, I watched the King Piccolo saga and stopped right there. You feel me? That's my favorite arc in Dragon Ball, the King Piccolo arc. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. Speaking of Dragon Ball, I forgot to give y'all a runner-up of like, you know, like one of the worst sagas, a Red Ribbon Army saga. Now, it wasn't particularly bad. It was just boring. I didn't give a fuck, like, all the way through. Even when I was watching as a kid, I didn't care, like, at all. I didn't care about the Red Ribbon Army. I didn't care about the generals, the colonels, the captains. You know, I didn't care about that shit at all. And then the fact that the head of the Red Ribbon Army was like a midget or some shit. Nah, man, I can't go, man. I can't go with it. But yeah, man, that's pretty much, you know, like off top, man, why I hate Dragon Ball Super, man. You know, so I just had to break that down, man. It's not like blind hate or whatever. I just literally, I tried to love it. When I first saw it, I wanted to love it. I legit wanted to love this shit. I didn't see Dragon Ball Super and be like, oh man, this some shit I can hate on. No, when I first saw that they was making this shit, I was hyped. You know what I'm saying? I bought like Dragon Ball Z shirts that I don't wear out in public because I'm grown. Can't be a grown man wearing fucking Goku around and shit. I don't care how fresh it is. I ain't doing that shit. But like, yeah, man, I was hyped, man. It felt like a part of my childhood was coming back, and just to see how they treated it. And I'm not even asking for it to be perfect. I wasn't asking that. It's just like, it just seemed like every arc was a missed opportunity. Yeah, I'm gonna make a series of videos detailing the missed opportunities for y'all, man. For I got a lot of content coming, a lot of content planned. The reason why I ain't been uploading as much is because I want Super to end, and then I'm gonna start rolling out the content that I really want to really put out or whatever. Cause I just feel like that's hindering me. I know people probably looking at my channel like I don't have much to talk about and shit when it comes to like Dragon Ball, but nigga, you fucking wrong. I got like I probably got like 16 ideas just in my phone alone. You know what I'm saying? Like that I can make a video off of, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I just hope that y'all enjoy my future content. I appreciate everybody that, you know, jump ship to my new channel. I don't understand why people didn't on my old channel. I don't know why they still over there, but they gonna find out the hard way. I don't know what else I can do. I dropped the video telling y'all I ain't uploading no more over there. So it's what it is, man. Y'all the real MVP, man. And with that being said, Dark Enigma out.